For example, suppose Japanese yen rate is, actually I don't have to suppose it, T-Bor rate, which is short for Tokyo Interbank offered rate. Okay, or JPY LIBOR. Right now, I don't know if the 12 month is available, but let me see. Let's look at the 3 months. Why is that right about here? No. Well, it's small. Let's just make up negative 0.05%. I'm going to talk about interest rate differential as the following quantity. 1 plus rate USD So in this case, it's going to be 1 plus 5% divided by 1 minus 0.05%. Technically speaking, the differential is 5.05%, but that's kind of the multiplier. So if interest rates do remain constant, the change in the futures value is going to be the change in equals the change in spot value times interest rate differential provided interest rate differential is constant. Or alternatively, total change in futures equals change in spot times, I'm going to call that IRD, plus spot times change in IRD. It's kind of, normal, because if, remember, futures is spot times IRD, right? You can think of this just spot minus new spot, or Let's do this. New futures is new spot times new IRD. We're doing this to figure out two things. One, what is the rate at which we need to hedge? So new futures minus futures, which is equal change in futures, equals spot times, or new spot times new IRD minus spot times IRD. Spot and IRD are values now. First, add and subtract spot times IRD new spot times IRD I basically added a zero, right? But if I collect them, this should be new spot, I think. New spot times new IRD minus IRD plus IRD times new spot minus spot. Recognize this as change in the spot exchange rate. Recognize this as change in the interest rate differential. Okay. So change in the value of the futures. Remember, futures is our hedge instrument. It has two components. One is given the interest rate differential right now, what's the change in the spot? The second is given the new spot rate, what's the change in interest rate? So this part essentially is called the basis risk. Basis risk generically means the change in futures contract that has nothing, the change in future value of the futures contracts that is due to things that have nothing to do with the underlying security. In this case, foreign exchange. So even if spot rate doesn't change at all, value of the futures contract can change. because the interest rate differential changes. But typically, at least for short periods of time, change in IRD tends to be small. Okay? Hence, at the first pass of risk management, we will ignore this risk.